one and all.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the final edition of Metrocon Live! Here is part of RVTV. How we all doing, everybody? This is it, folks. You've been asking for it. You've been begging me for it. Hell, some of you couldn't stop bugging the shit out of me for it. So tonight, we're going to get the people what they want. This is the big one, folks. The main event of Metrocon. This is the Anime Human Combat Chess Match 2017. And of course, I'm not here alone tonight. We've got a huge lineup of cast and crew members from the show. We're going to go down the line, have each of you introduce yourselves one by one. Who do we got here tonight? I believe that's your guys' cue to start from the top up there.
Is that me first?
Yes.
Oh shit. It's Sierra. I play Lady Maria.
Am I also next?
Yes.
Okay. Hey, my name is Angel.
Order, guys.
My name is Angel. I played Toyohisa Shimatsu in Chess Match.
I'm Derek Morgan. I was one of the stagehands and the voice of Tora.
I'm Emu. I played Hisako. It's Hisako, not Hisako. And Jillian.
Hisako. This is Lex. I am the production manager and technical director for Metrocon and Human Combat Chess Match.
This is Nick. I'm the writer and director of the chess match and the guy who pronounces all the characters' names wrong.
Chris, I was Sylvanas Windrunner in the chess match.
I'm Sky, and I'm the backstage manager.
And I'm Daniel. I played Biba Amatori.
And I'm Danny, and I play.
I want to repeat what you said there, Danny Monk.
Did I not come in okay?
No, it's the other Dan. There we go. We're going to
Loud and with feeling.
I think we're going to have to differentiate Danny from Dan Mart so that we know who we're talking to here.
Whoops.
Because we got two Dans in the chat.
Yeah, we just accepted that confusion.
Dan from Brandon and Dan from Gainesville.
I see a Morocco in the chat.
Ah, yes, Morocco's in the chat. For those, Morocco is a very big player in this year's chess match, as you guys will soon see. If you remember last year, he played the Joker. You'll remember him very quickly if you don't. But I think now that we got all that away, for those of you guys who are new to this particular for these streams this year, instead of us just watching the video privately and then doing a live chat afterward, we're gonna have a live commentary. So if you guys are just here to see the show, I will have the video posted afterwards. But for us, we're gonna chat a little bit, talk about how this show went down. And with that, I think it's time we get this started. Let's take a look at the Anime Human Combat Chess Match 2017, Faithful versus Fallen. Here we go. And first of all, I want to thank Lex here for helping me get a lot of the footage that you guys are about to see, because this is their official stuff that you're going to see here in the beginning.
Got your back, brother.
You always do, my friend. Yeah, he's the reason why these videos look as good as they do, because I couldn't do this on my own. Last time on the Anime Human Chess Match.
I feel like I should probably go to my screen and watch these. I'm actually at a library right now.
The emergency exit.
Now, it's also shout out to a lot of the cast members who are in the YouTube chat right now. LC, Morocco, like we said earlier, and a couple of others. Thank you guys for joining us as well.
Stop, you bell!
The boss is having flashbacks.
It's gonna be okay. He can't hurt you anymore.
Proud! I'm thrilled! What fun is destruction if no precious lives are lost? As I said, chaos
And we got one more person actually getting ready to join us. I just got a message from Seth, the assistant director. He's going to be joining us here shortly.
Even you? Even me? Life? Hope? Dreams? Where do they come from? Where are they going? I will destroy them all!
Anyone else goes see the movie It and then just always see Tyler's Kefka when you're watching it?
Cannot unsee that at all.
No joke. That was the first thing I said when Pennywise appeared on screen.
It was in the
Yeah,
gutter.
my wife can't watch these while I'm editing them.
Always be the same.
To Josh, and I'm like, oh, when did Tyler get in the gutter? It was a terrifying realization.
Revelation!
So is the footage from Saturday or Sunday?
This is from the Sunday show.
Yes! Alright.
I'm just as happy, I promise.
That means you guys get to
It's
watch
so
me
much
cover
worse
dropping
that
off
day.
some of my jewelry.
Sweaty clown.
I was Shang Tsung the whole time.
That was backstage. And
Worst
well,
Halloween
no,
costume we've ever seen.
first time watching the video, he spins around. It's like, oh, it's Shang Tsung. I just stand there and go, oh, shit!
Master Shiro, what are you doing here? It's not safe.
I was about the story just as much as the next one.
Oh? Go where? I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be, doing exactly what I'm supposed to do. Which is where you should be, doing what you should be
Is it
doing.
only Shang Tsung, or does he ever Shang
Don't
Tsung?
worry about that. We have a more important issue to deal with right now.
More important than the Grail War? Shiro, are you okay?
Yes. The problem we're dealing with is far greater than the Holy Grail.
So many movies filmed in a dirty warehouse. It's a great location.
We will travel to the Nexus of Worlds.
That you probably just went, hey, Allie, could you just, like, run, like, a lot? Just keep running down these halls.
Want to buy AC.
She ran so much that night.
I mean, we looked like we had been performing 12 hours in a warehouse.
The roots of evil run deep.
Prior to shooting.
Irreversibly so in the hearts of men. It is their true nature.
Ward with the most wigs changed in, like, just a couple years.
I was their most devoted warrior, a champion of light. But I fell into darkness.
So like Rick pointing out, hey Angel, we just realized something. Technically, you've died more than once this year in the chess match.
Oops, excuse me.
Even Satan himself is too afraid to leave.
Can't escape it, Angel.
Fight me. All creatures die. All but one. For death.
Well, I mean, how many times does our main guy die in the end?
I don't know. I haven't watched the show yet. We're watching it now.
Subaru.
Like this is like a weird grim fairy tale.
End to the other through the centuries to find the key to my eternal peace.
Tale as old as time.
Me and Morocco really want to do a an 80s metal video to this scene.
Surely one of them must hold the instrument of my destruction. Long ago, I learned of a place.
Forget hair metal, it's blood metal.
One central point.
Or chess match character 80s hairband.
Well, even the eternal may meet their end.
Sounds like a good theme.
This is my last sliver of hope. Whoa.
I can only imagine filming. Alright, Morocco, just sit there and breathe.
He's doing a good job.
Bored and upset.
Just like a normal rehearsal day.
Yeah, pretty much.
At the end of a normal rehearsal day.
Does it feel like we missed something here?
Not again. No matter what I do, it always ends the same. Everyone dies. What am I doing wrong?
Hey, dead people.
Quiet, guys. This is the sad part.
I thought that was supposed to happen at the end. Why are we doing this at the start? What's going on here? I'm so confused.
Just the dance party took too much out of us before show.
So I know they just released the concept art for Mercy, and he's a black person, but like I feel like Taylor could still do it.
Awesome makeup artist.
It's illegal.
Oh, just socially illegal.
Slick Rick pointing out in the chat, yeah, you guys seem to love the Assassin's Creed soundtrack. That's like the 10th time you've used that song now.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that actually came up in conversation we were putting all together. We really liked that song to kind of be in the background during our sad scenes. It worked so well for us the 2 years that we were using Assassin's Creed, guys. We just decided, screw it. Let's just make that stuff sad right now song. Who cares if we don't have an Assassin's Creed character?
It works. You can't say he's wrong, folks.
And we really tried to find another one this year, but it just fits so well.
We're talking about it. If you watch any television series, you'll notice that they kind of have their this is the sad part music. And it's always the same song that they play every time there's a sad scene, regardless of how many seasons or what episode it is. So it's kind of the same. Ties all the shows together and helps it string together better.
I don't remember exactly how it got started, but the two of them arranged
Them wings, though.
Yeah.
I feel like we should let people know that we were supposed to have had Taylor go through the main gate, and it didn't happen because she's too big.
Too big.
I wasn't sure if I wanted to bring that up or not.
Also, you
I mean,
guys
you
would probably
can't
be
doubt
happy
the
for
fact-
what... Yeah, you guys might also enjoy what I put there in the bottom left-hand corner for you guys.
Your persistent goading is a waste of time. They're not come here to trade insults with you, vampire.
Nice.
Call your move.
So formal. Right then. Have it your way.
This looks awesome on stage, so.
And we're not wasting any time with our first fight.
All of the superfluous setup moves happened during that blackout.
And we missed out on all that chess strategy.
Oh, we also missed out on people criticizing all the chess moves.
Well, one of the ideas for this year was, since this whole show is being told as a story, so we were able to kind of skip past a lot of the more boring, just moving people around the board, setting up parts by having him leave that as a story because, well, he would.
Verse blue.
All right, Chris, I got you covered. Send you the info.
Was it during dress rehearsal that Tom and Spencer's swords did the sparks? Or was it the first show?
I think it was dress.
Yeah, I want to say dress.
Sparks are always great. I love sparks.
Yeah, because collect together and everyone just goes, ooh.
And I didn't even have to make them this time.
I remember seeing a fight, I think it was in 2011, between a couple guys, and the fight was so intense that you could see the sparks clearly coming off their swords. It was really good.
Patrick?
Quite often.
Appreciating Tom's
Go,
boots still. Those are
actually
sandbars.
prevented from seeing a lot.
Oh my gosh, yeah, the picture of them.
You fought well, Pike, these guys. I take the board.
Dead.
The roadie.
What's there?
An often thankless job. In this case, we have the stagehand.
Yeah, Slick Rick, that's the one I was thinking of. Bear Walking in Takaru from 2011.
They're often overlooked and underappreciated, but today, my hat's off to you, the roadie.
And of course, the role Jed was made for.
Behind you guys, video-wise.
I'm always going to be ahead because I see it as it's playing, and then, of course, the delay for YouTube will take a second.
Oh, there I am.
Hope you understand the risk that we took by giving Jed a microphone and saying, yeah, just say stuff whenever you feel like it. Jed and Matt Elliott on commentary the whole show. That'll...
It was amazing. I just love walking by and what they were saying.
This fight I enjoyed.
Everyone's reactions to it was so satisfying. No, it wasn't so good. It wasn't my best run. I'm like, dude, shut up. Just listen to the audience.
I think this is the one where the hat got stuck, right?
It flew really close to the curtain backstage, so I think it just went along that line and got kind of lost.
Recall, it got stuck in some of the rigging behind.
Yeah, because they kept doing these punches.
Yes, that was awesome.
Corey sold it so well right there.
Wig stayed on. Beat rush time. Going.
That was a good sell.
Welcome to Joey's Basket.
Yeah, these two are old school cast members, so these guys know what they're doing, and you can tell.
That, and they both have extensive martial arts backgrounds.
Hashtag goals.
Funny to work with. It was a lot of fun to work with because Joseph, who plays Kung Lao, trains in a lot of the like iron throat and iron jacket styles where you learn how to flex muscles in your soft spots. So he just will let you hit him in the neck. Like he just tells you to punch him.
Takes arrows to the eyes pretty well too.
Didn't know that. Oh yeah. I didn't know that was a thing.
I didn't have to do it, but that kick they did a while back, like Corey just kicked him in the neck. Actually did it because Joseph has trained his neck muscles to absorb hits.
That throw there, I was watching it with Keon. He actually had a moment where he was going to stop them because he thought he was actually hurting him. It's like, are they okay? I was like, oh yeah, no, they're fine.
Test 1, 2. There, I think I'm in now.
Hey! Chris, right?
The original noob.
Noob.
Gonna get on this thing for like half an hour now.
Well, you made it.
Hooray!
Yeah, folks, if you guys can't see it because I don't have the whole list showing, but we have 11 other. I have 11 other people in this call with me right now.
You're just shy.
Well, no, I have a little display thing on here that shows when people are talking, but unlike a lot of other streams, I have it set to only show people on the screen when they're talking, so that way it doesn't crowd up.
Wow, there's like a 2-minute delay.
You're gonna have to get used to that because yeah, that's just the way it works on my end. So sorry.
I can't stop looking at Jesus in the back in his sleeping bag.
The freaking sleeping bag.
Well, it is show accurate.
I'm amazed that he survived the show wearing that thing.
Yeah, he must have been sweating his balls off up there.
Well, yes. It is really cold on stage during show day.
Benefits of training in that hot, nasty warehouse is it's freezing on stage because the AC in there is so massive. So once we've gotten used to running everything in costume, running it on stage is no big deal.
It's a little chilled. I preferred warehouse in my costume.
Understandable.
Inability to move his legs very effectively wearing it.
Also, if you hear someone shouting behind me, I had Anthony Marvel right behind me in the crowd.
Of course.
God bless. Yes.
So yeah, you'll hear him quite a few times throughout the show.
Oh, that was when everyone was clapping for Deku. Work about it.
Little selfish request. Did anyone actually videotape the lip sync battle this year, or was that just like an experiment and no one videotaped it?
Recorded it in our hearts.
I know I didn't get
I'm
a
sure
chance
somebody
to.
did.
Yeah, I'm sure somebody did, but I know I didn't get a chance to because my schedule was booked solid as it was.
Nobody did. I have looked everywhere and nobody did.
We'll just have to do it again, Chris.
But what if he forgot how?
Oh, and Matt, Jesus Christ, Matt pulled off frickin' Shout Tucker so beautifully.
Jolly, do us all a favor. Shut up, Toyahisa. Go to the board.
Blah, blah, blah.
All right, Angel, here comes your fight.
Compliment you on all like the creepy yelling and goading you did. I didn't realize that was part of your character. I thought you just kind of lost it.
It's Angel's true form.
You killed so many times.
Every time it comes back, it just comes back a little bit more broken.
Kind of like Flowey from
Someday
Undertale.
Angel will win a fight, but guys in the show anyway.
I just like to smile the entire fight. It's really funny.
Oh, okay. So, Angel, you wanna explain how that the staff down out of your hand, how that can go poorly?
He's got his mic muted. I don't know if he realizes that or not.
Comes down really hard on your foot.
And Seth, welcome to the show.
Hola. Hey, Seth.
Hi, Seth.
Again, well, this is probably the most packed house we've had for one of these streams, and that's considering we've had some streams where the entire
I'll explain
crowd was there. Anyway.
Hey, Seth.
Glad you can make it, Seth.
Angel punch.
Solar Star in the chat saying, thank you so much for having a Suikoden character in this one.
A scale of 1
What's
to
up?
Angel and Matt, how exhausting was your fight?
That's just how it is when you fight Matt. It makes you work really, really hard.
Rest in peace, Casey before Melee.
Oh no!
I'm really glad that the year that I fought Matt, I wasn't in the Melee.
One at all. Put me in.
5 fights.
It's 2 melees.
It's really not as much fun as it sounds.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm sure. Hard way.
Still, 2016 Melee, though. That was fun.
Oh, God, yeah.
Speak for yourself. I wasn't even really in it. I'm still terrified.
Is it me or is there like a loop going on? Because I hear everyone twice.
Turn the volume. The actual video itself, otherwise you're gonna get everything twice.
Alright, that helps.
Yeah, that's also the delay from the video, because that's the only way you guys can watch it, so...
I have it set up on a laptop nearby.
The angel stare.
Ah, this is much nicer.
Guys, the good guys are so decked out in armor and shiny things, and the bad guys are just kind of in casual wear.
Yeah, I'm elegant as fuck.
Yeah, faithful characters tend to be done up well.
Hey, seriously, speak for yourself.
Our shadow.
This guy.
That is quite the intense pose.
Yay! I can fake it.
During this entire fight, I wish Tyler as Noob Sabat had a microphone on, because he just kept growling about the fact that we're in the sheaths, and it was hysterical.
I was just thinking how I like how every time one of the girls gets kicked over the side of the board, Danny does something with them.
Something. Duck, duck, duck,
I know that Moroku was on my character list for what I wanted.
I'm sure he was.
I'm not surprised at all.
No
one would have run for you.
I think he was on most guys' character list.
Yeah, so Sarah,
Not too
that whole thing you were mentioning about explaining that whole thing with Matt, like, one, the delay of the video already made it like bad, but I'm also studying in a public library right now.
Looks like somebody's asking for a soundtrack list for the chess match.
I mean, don't they always?
Yeah.
Last time you released one, Lex.
2014, and 3 people downloaded it.
Aw.
You know what? Next time, send me, at the very least, send me a list. I can put the music, that way I can get music credits in here.
Noob is there. He's just in the back, in the shadows.
Yeah, watch the little chessboard I've got on screen. Which, by the way, Nick, did you hear about my little plan to have a little chessboard on screen try to sabotage me?
You were gonna what?
last year I talked about wanting to do this kind of setup where I'd have a chessboard on screen to show where all the players are. I swear to God, the way you set this up this year, I swear you were trying to sabotage me.
Surprise.
It seemed like every time you start getting a cool idea based on the patterns that we use and how we operate, we change that pattern up and screw your plan.
Well, too bad it didn't work this year. I had someone, I'm not going to say who, but somebody helped me figure the work around that so we could still do it.
Just send you the moves list if you really want.
And now it'll form the basis for next year, where the entire chess match will just be three-dimensional chess.
Checkers.
Human combat Chinese checkers. Even worse.
Oh my god, yes, a giant, like, pentagram.
No, we'll just do that when we do Dynasty Warriors here.
We're gonna do Hungry Hippos.
Just have a weird double chicken fight between the two kings.
I thought it was going to be Human Combat Red Rover.
I thought that was just for the pool party.
Chessboard.
You just say Human Combat Red Rover?
Yes.
I mean, that's kind of what we're doing with the line, you know, we're all lined up.
I broke my foot.
Yeah, I've
I
seen
don't want
that
to break my
three-way
arm.
chessboard, Nick, but that's gonna be a hell of a script.
It'll be fine.
We got this.
Don't worry,
Poor
you got
Elsie.
like
This was a really
7, 8
tough
plus months.
This was a really
You're
tough
all
type
right.
for her with her acid reflex.
Actually, I yield my square. Yield to a corpse. Your compassion, it seems, is a bit posthumous, child.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Oh my god.
Now that I'm free of the Orochi's influence, my choices are my own.
Left every time at that part, I don't know why.
Because that's just who you are.
It is kind of fun being on the dark side.
That's where I've had the most fun.
I mean, to be fair, you also had a fucking bow and arrow, so, like, straight up. Good shit.
Taylor wanted to be on, but she's in class right now.
What if that's not good enough?
Gotta get that education, yeah.
I mean, technically Angel's in a library right now. Why can't she just get on while she's in class?
I'm actually walking out of the library, which is why I don't know what's happening with the video feed.
I said the same thing, Seth.
Stuff is happening.
Fucking multitask.
To give you an idea where what I'm seeing right now, Saber just got placed in check.
So it's that
We're
bad.
still on the talking.
Like, I wanted Taylor to just kind of shake her shoulders so the wings would flutter.
Or bring all the boys to her yard.
I love how intense Krinsky is with Corvo all the time. Every time.
It was really weird staring at the mask.
We gotta do something.
Kept looking at me. I was
that
like,
mask
stop looking at me. It's
fucking
weird.
action. It's all body language.
Oh shit, and me.
The Saber
Ursula?
versus Biba fight, also known as Kim's fucking time to shine.
True facts.
Stage hands reign supreme in here.
Pretty much.
I think you mean roadies.
Backstage.
True.
Kim is so fantastic. She's so talented.
Like a video recording her and putting her up on one of the screens, just staring intently and holding the swords.
I think that would ruin the effect.
But she has
Yes?
a future in Folly Sound. Like, if someone recorded it, she could have it for, like, her portfolio.
We should give her one of those old-fashioned soundboards, and she should do all the sound effects.
Yeah, Folly Sound.
Hacking dishes and breaking stuff.
I'm glad you're thinking of variety, Sarah. Perfect.
I mean, that would make my job easier.
Can I just say how much I loved fighting a sword that wasn't there?
Well, DLBot, you guys asked where the sword is. I bet you weren't expecting this.
I bet it was great to be fucking casting, Dan.
Exactly what you were thinking with every swing. Don't kill Allie. Don't kill Allie. Don't kill Allie.
I'm pretty sure Allie was thinking the same thing.
Don't kill me. Don't kill me. Don't kill me.
Yes, Excalibur. I'm aware. What
This is the first time I've actually seen Lily in costume. Like, well, not on stage, obviously, but like.
So cute. The giant googly eyes were killing me, though. Nice.
It works really well.
Okay,
For future
back into the
reference,
library.
where is the googly eyes that you guys purchased? Just for scientific purposes.
Got those from Michaels.
God bless. Thank you.
Oh no, the camera doesn't pan out.
Jillian says she could get you a discount on the googly eyes.
Where Excalibur was like, no, it was summer, no, it was winter, and I just kind of held up my arrow and like kind of mimed shooting her, and it was brought down by Noob Saibot, and I didn't realize Krinsky did the exact same thing with his crossbow at the same time.
I did mine with my sword, and Itachi told me to bring it down.
We're all supposed to kill Excalibur.
When the squad ready to fight.
Can't believe you put the Excalibur song in the show.
Doing the spin, that's adorable. Warning, Michael has discovered a gunslinging character whose gun was apparently forged from Excalibur. And he's like, let's put it in again! I'm like, no more Excaliburs. No more.
It's done.
Love how pretty her dress spins when she spins.
Hoop skirts, yo.
Present.
Hard, I love how spinny your skirt is too.
Dio bot, as far as I know, have we had Dio in a chess match yet?
No.
You mean the guy that can stop time? No, we haven't had the guy that can stop time in the show.
I know he's been in RCC, and I remember how that turned out.
Time manipulation in a fight would.
The only time they've had a Dio in a fight show was ShadowCon a couple years ago.
What con? I recognize that name.
It's something from the past.
Yeah, it's something we don't really talk about much around here.
I mean, we could probably put Ronnie James Dio in the show. That'd be cool.
Hey, I'd be down with some Holy Diver.
Self out here.
I was unaware that you were capable of such.
She actually meant the singer Dio, and I was like, oh, that'd be cool.
Like I said, yeah, let's get some Holy Diver up in this shit.
We got Megadeth in this year. I'm happy.
I did.
And Jed can play young Jables.
Move you to the King Knight Four.
To Queen 2.
Allie just kind of walks away like, well, that was embarrassing. Excuse me?
Then you didn't see that.
And, pretend that was completely justified.
What the Uchiha clan is capable of.
Yes, Emu, crawl.
But yeah, Emu, I loved your random hisses and just kind of weird twitches.
This was when I let all of my Tourette's out.
For a second there, I thought Logan was Matt from 2008.
And what is this beside you? Is this some sort of kin to one of the tailed beasts? You can see Tora. He can see.
Yeah, Matt K was Kenshiro in 2008. Kenshiro fought Akuma.
Let's kill this guy so I can eat him.
Hey, what did I say about eating?
And the advice we've ever had.
I have faced worse.
Let's see what you can do.
Never faced
love the cool special effects in this fight, especially with the visions, and he was fighting the illusions. That was too damn cool.
Oh yeah.
That.
Derek, I think Ray told me that you actually stood in and fought him for a little bit, so that he would have actually like choreo as if he was fighting someone.
Yeah, originally that's for the first. Yeah, for like the first week, I just stood in and pretend to be Tora to help them fight, get it all choreoed. Then later they're like, "Hey, why don't you just voice him with the fight?"
That's super cool.
Was that something we have to do every year from now on? Is always have some sort of invisible object or person fighting in the fight?
Preferably not.
There has been a trend of that.
Although, trying to sell that invisible opponent thing's really, really difficult, but it worked out really well for this one.
Ray did great.
And doing the voice, too, made everything easier.
Well, the voice was perfect.
Funny.
We originally were going to record that. Wes was going to have to push buttons to make it work.
Almost stab in the...
I was already familiar with the character, and yeah, he just freaks out with that from that spear.
But yeah, Derek, I think you have a future in voice work. It was really fucking good.
The log.
I think you
wanted to turn into a log.
Unfortunately, with how rounded that thing was, it looked more like a hot dog.
It looks like a...
The pool. The box came with 2 of them and a set of inflatable pugil sticks, so you can get on them and knock you. Forgot to bring it to the pool party.
I was gonna say, I didn't see those.
I'm so angry.
What is that? Stage left riser? Is that now gonna be inflatable something riser? Because 2 years ago it was Echo and Loco.
We will put our inflatables anywhere we want.
Use the force.
Several times at this point.
That's so awesome.
Great timing.
Swing and a miss. I just love how angry he gets right here. And all of us here say, God freaking damn it!
Freaking frick.
Take the board. Let's show this board what it truly means to be a witcher.
Oh, okay.
High five.
Yeah, so pretty much for the entire rest of the show, Tora's just laying on the stage and no one notices.
That's what I tripped on during the melee.
Man, we should have had the body draggers come and pull him off, but you were the body dragger. You could have pulled your own body off.
Just like roll him off the stage.
Well, I mean, we as stagehands, we can't see him.
Everyone look away!
I thought the stagehand had special vision to be able to see anything.
Pretty much everyone on the villain side.
Emu, can I just say that you were absolutely amazing both Saturday and Sunday?
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
And whenever you screamed at Ed, I always imagined the mummy and just screaming with the mummy. Then he shoots with the shotgun.
I'm pretty sure Emu can actually elongate her jaw for screaming.
I had to fix that chainmail after the first fight. It had like 3 holes in it, in the front and the back, so it looked like the spear actually went through him.
Saturday morning, after they got my makeup on, Ed and I did a run through, and there was a perfect elbow mark that took off the makeup on my chin.
Wow. Also, I don't know if he's got a mic working or not, but we have a Morocco in here right now.
They like that silver.
These sword swings were so terrifying.
Oh, this this music switch got me so hyped.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Lady bobbing my head. Wait, no, character.
Oh, this popped for the audience right here.
Freaked out.
Oh yeah, when I fell off the ride, there was a convenient ladder.
Like, whoops, back up.
Like literally, I'm falling. I go, oh no, how am I gonna? Oh, look, the ladder.
You're welcome.
It's when you're on the ground. Oh my gosh, I was so scared.
Looks scary.
Does anyone else hear this song while they're fighting and wonder what Ed's thinking about?
Don't stab her, don't stab her, don't stab her.
Probably that he wants a beer.
Oh, I love this. With the hands,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
just beautiful. Oh, they're cutting it off.
Probably one of the funnier parts of that whole weird dead people hand grabby thing was when nobody had their gloves on and it was just a bunch of giggling stagehands like, I guess we just grab you.
My favorite was when we were running and Ed didn't know the stagehands were there.
We're very spoopy.
Spoopiest.
Hold on, Super. Let's back up a second. Why would Saber kill people like that? Something just doesn't add up. I thought she was King Arthur, a hero.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Living Dead Girl by Rob Zombie was that song that we just heard there in the second half of that fight.
Something else.
Wait, does he push him here?
And it gets worse.
I can't believe we didn't have the song Dragula in this whole thing.
I think that would have been too easy.
Oh! What a jerk.
Low hanging fruit.
Also, Living Dead Girl made sense.
I just like that we wanted to find a faster version, and we couldn't, so let's just sped it up.
Get him, Noob Daddy.
Am I the only one that gets the impression that Jesus looks kind of like an art teacher?
Absolutely.
Here we go.
Also, props to Jesus. He's a first year, and he's super incredible.
I was.
All the first years. Like, dang, guys.
Truth, Sarah, truth.
We're watching Corey fight.
Yeah, but this is fight with Jin and Eraserhead from My Hero Academia. You should really watch that show.
Eraser is one of my favorite characters. I was so happy about this fight.
The flips they were doing as well.
Actually, it's really funny. Jesus told me about that flip that he did. His boots are significantly heavier than what he had been practicing in. And so when they did that flip the first time, it sent him flying because of the weight.
That's why I tell you guys to get your footwear.
It is. Thank you, Sad.
Although the
I
flip
had
was
clear
awesome.
sense orientation.
I was gonna say, if only somebody had told you guys every single day to get your footwear out.
It's our first day.
It's only my first day.
Safety last.
Jesus's like show game face is, you know, epic and serious, but during practices, a couple times he actually wrapped Corey's leg, and they both just kind of broke out into giggles, and just kind of psychotically like, oh, oops, okay, keep going.
This was the happiest fight.
They were just super giggly all the time. Every time I was feeling really annoyed at everybody, I'd just go hang out and watch those guys fight. Because it was just pure positivity radiating off of them.
Almost looked like you were gonna pick him up by the strings.
That goes badly sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he's already done.
Well, no, we had to get the wrappings moved away because if not, we're gonna trip on them. Especially going down the stairs.
To when all the
They're
shadow
filled with like sand.
So, my question is, how inappropriate can we get on this stream?
This is anything goes. I don't give a damn.
Okay, because me and Ray named some of the fights, and I just wanted to know if I could say some of them. They're a bit...
It's my fight. What's my fight?
want to know.
Curious.
Mine better be good.
So, Corey and Jesus is amateur gay porn.
God.
Noob and Shiro is gangbang. Emu and Ed's is fear boner.
I'm loving this.
And I can't remember the rest, but we had a good time.
See, folks, this is why I wanted to do these commentaries during the show, because this is the stuff you normally don't get to hear on the live chat.
This is why I worry when we do these things.
We have a moral imperative to name the rest.
Did nothing but die in this match.
Meme.
We'll just have to put a disclaimer that we don't represent Metrocon when we say things.
Chris, I want you to know that I'm really glad you were in a mask, because every time I'd look at you, your facial expression cracks me up. And I couldn't stay serious.
Facial expression.
Did you know?
Well, every time you're stabbed, you're
before
like,
we ever said anything with his facial expressions.
Also, shout out to James and Morgan who are in the chat.
That track, for anybody who wants to know, was Mona Lisa Smile, a song called Juno Reactor from the original Matrix soundtrack.
Phew, buddy.
Much death.
Spoopy.
You're just like, what? In, out, around the corner, in, out, around the corner.
Oh yeah, you were all over the place.
Came in, we did not go in and out the same door, I think, that whole fight.
Oh no, the wig.
Oh yeah.
Everything was backstage. Oh, did y'all see that weird skunk on stage? That was kind of weird.
Hero is secretly ginger.
The truth revealed.
Rip that wig.
Oh, this is the best. This is the best death right here. I think I hurt my back somewhere doing this.
Like, you and Tyler took all the hits.
It was fun. We were looking. Yeah, it was really hard to see in the dark with the mask, with the cloth in front of your eyes.
You heard that, Nick. They want to practice in the dark.
Practice in my mask with my thing.
There are only so many ways you can call the weak.
Call the weak.
This was the funny because you actually hear the oh, like when he throws the arm up.
So many boos.
And everyone got it this fight.
Everyone was weird cheer booing you guys. It was so funny.
Were they
booing? Or cheering.
Yes.
There are far too many errors in my quiver.
Oh man, you could actually see the wires sticking out of that.
But I didn't think we could get it.
And those who stand against the Forsaken do not stand long.
Take corner. Clear the board. Clear the board.
Ah, Sarah, your monologue.
The Y boner.
My queen.
My mom came up to me afterwards and she didn't realize that I was that I had voiceover. She's like, "Where did you put the microphone?" Oh.
And enough of these games.
Really
I
fast
still have
arrow.
such a
I didn't
crush on you
realize.
for this. This was amazing.
Am I walking?
So I was super privileged to watch them rehearse this fight a lot, and like, you don't get to see Krinsky's face because of the mask, but like, they both emote so much. Like, their acting in this is so strong.
Oh my god, Krinsky was intense. My game, his face is covered. Just sword with my knuckles.
I like the little shove there. I'm over. Aww.
Just some intense fighting from these guys. Seriously. Love it.
Yeah, Krinsky is stepping up his game for sure.
He's grown a lot. I'm really proud of him.
Was this the fight where everyone thought that Sarah stabbed herself and they were like, quick, Greg, Chris, Sarah stabbed herself, and we were all looking for her, no one could find her?
Yeah, well, there were a couple times in our practice that it kept catching, like, on my right hip. We need to go to stab my stomach and then my neck. So I think he caught, like, my leggings, and he thought he actually stabbed through me. And I was like, I actually don't know.
In the back, just resting, all of a sudden they're like, Chris, come here, come here!
I'm trying to keep that bow, like, pulled backwards.
Do you see what they have done to your queen? Sylvanas Windrunner, the Banshee Queen, War Chief of the Horde. Your queen.
Sarah, you're so strong.
Is that the day you just muscled him up there because he didn't jump?
Oh, yes, I did.
Do you even
enough
live,
for him to
Sarah?
get a good jump, and I just kind of went, nope, we're going up, we're going up.
But I still remember how
Sarah
you
said
carried
hi.
me off stage at Masquerade in 2016.
Yeah, kill!
Freaking chessboard. I'm just like, well, if my top is scooched, there's nothing I can do.
Morocco's monologue. Hype, 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 hype.
Morocco is an acting genius, and you'll see me cut over here for a minute because I see what Matt's doing over there, so I try to catch it, but it was too dark for anyone to see it.
Amazing.
Do you think you are the first I have faced to christen themselves Prince of Darkness? We will not be manipulated by your servant of destruction. We will not sink to your level. We both agree to the rules of combat chess. You continue to incite such havoc,
Is that when he was chainsawing?
and I will happily.
No, that was earlier. That was when he was starting to draw his circle, I think.
Well, he has to get prepared.
Part I actually haven't seen because my face was eating carpet.
Phrasing.
Had to make it weird.
I'm super jealous you got to lay down though, Sarah.
That fall was kind of a scooch, so I just got a right face rug burn every time.
Oh,
But it was nice to
no.
relax. I was like, please don't let me have wiped off like the right side of my makeup.
You were supposed to be the one to do it. And you failed. I was a fool to have faith in you, Sam.
So I'll tell you a story about this scene after we watch the whole chess match.
Is it the Rick story?
Yeah, it is indeed.
Oh dear. I don't like where that's going.
Jesus is just chilling.
Didn't
He
even
looks so
notice.
casual.
Serious moment. Time to pose.
Paint Jesus like one of your French girls.
Exactly.
So I don't know if anyone could see it earlier, but Zeus, for the beginning part of the show, was in a sleeping bag for the whole time.
That transition.
That was pretty hilarious to me.
Thank
I had to make a note of not looking at him.
Also, thank you for the transition compliments. I discovered that little trick, and I was like, you know what, that looks good for what we're doing with this. So I figured I'd play with that a little bit. You'll see it come up again later.
Oh, that looked
nice
looked awesome.
Five.
There is one small matter of you lacking a cake. I'm standing right here.
Lebanon Day 2017.
And Seth, here comes your scene.
I don't know what you're talking about. I wasn't in the show. I miss Phoenix. Me too. He knew his lines at least.
He had a script in his book.
Phoenix right back as a zombie or something.
May he rest in peace.
So.
Yeah, that's not Seth. Seth has facial hair.
Exactly.
And, you know, that's stabbing the board.
Where's green?
I was wearing green underwear.
Then he got his hand glued back.
Well, I got it back because of the apple.
So speaking of
That's good games.
Yeah, speaking of wrestling, what happened to that Phoenix Wright rest in peace thing that was on the screen?
I'm pretty sure Lex said it was on there on Saturday.
Yeah, it was on there. It was on there on Sunday as well. It was just a little late.
Gotcha.
I'm giving Lily like angry eyebrows for this part.
You're right, my tie wasn't behind my jacket, but I also had to climb up some ladders, and I wasn't really looking down.
Sleeping.
Being that the Black Queen was lost due to the interference of the White King Bishop Pawn by way of said White Queen, the Black Queen may now be replaced by the Vector contingency. Court is adjourned.
Such a funny scene to finally get to see.
Oh. I was really curious about how you guys were going to replace the whole Phoenix Wright scenes, and you did not disappoint.
Called it during auditions, and the person who would play it. So I'm witnesses.
Yeah. Even I didn't see that one coming. It's amazing how many things can be different when you make just one small change. Cause and effect can be a real shock.
Well, yes, sir, this statement, but one. Wait. Why would someone as powerful as Dragon all this way just to die?
Oh, believe me, immortality is not all it is cracked up to be. But what really pisses me off about all this is that he forced this chess match. He forced all of us to fight and kill people that we don't even know. Not to complete some grand
Just realized Mercy and
Subaru.
Thank you. Have the same color scheme. Black, yellow, and white.
I was just noticing that myself. Yeah.
And we totally did it intentionally.
Sure.
Totally.
Sure. Just keep telling yourself that.
happen.
What would their ship name be?
Doesn't need a ship. She can fly.
Oh yeah. She kind of floats.
That hurt. That hurt a lot.
Takes to you. Clear the board. Clear the board.
Damn it, Emma.
I think Emma's biased.
Yeah, like, look, there's behind the scenes, and then there's behind the scenes. Let's try and find that.
Yeah. Also, funny enough, I had just watched the episode of Tokyo Ghoul on Toonami where Juzo, I think it's Juzo's character, was introduced. And yeah, I quickly realized why you put them on this side. It was, yeah, that guy's psycho.
Knives flying all over the place.
Awesome.
Yet again, two very talented first years.
Yes.
Yeah, these guys actually were both brought in as stagehands initially, but both of the guys that were supposed to play these parts ended up quitting. So they got...
Did it well.
And just had to figure it out. They were in a really rough position.
And they actually came in together, didn't they?
Turned out pretty great, though.
I agree.
Yeah, that was part of the reason we gave the part to them, is because they could actually get together in Orlando and work on their fight, and they did indeed.
Yeah, you can definitely tell these guys look like they've, these guys are playing it up like they're pros, and that's always a good sign.
But people quitting is how I ended up fighting in chess match in 2015 and swinging that stop sign around.
What's actually interesting is the guy who's playing Arthur actually has some experience throwing knives, so he had to teach his fight partner how to throw knives at him.
We've done the knife throwing thing a few times now, and it's always, you throw a couple of knives. I wasn't really expecting him to make the entire fight about him throwing all the knives.
Yeah,
we lost a lot of those.
And then it was a fun game of playing Find the Knives.
Well, that is Juzo's character from what I saw in Tokyo Ghoul, so it makes sense, but yeah.
Yeah, find
Life
the
is
knives
this.
every fucking melee. Literally everywhere.
This thing about that was just like, all right, does anybody have any arrows? Does anybody have any knives?
So many projectiles.
Also, Jacob in the chat, you do see that before every fight, I just show you who the characters are so you can figure that out. Kind of have that there.
And there goes the shoe.
Yep. Also, shout out to...
If you want to see more of these...
Yep, go ahead.
Oh, I'm just going to say, if you want to see more of these two do what they do best, they're actually in Halloween Horror Nights as well.
Oh, nice.
Right
That's
I
good.
don't know if I can handle that level of creepiness.
Also, we got to give a shout out Jessica Sullivan in the chat, who's playing the other Saber that we now have on stage. So shout out to her.
My
Yay,
other
Slavin.
queen.
Got quite a few of the other cast members. Like I said, Morocco's in there. Elsie, who played Talon, who we saw earlier, is also in the chat. There's a couple others.
So this was funny because we wanted the end of this fight to be this brutal kind of torture scene, and the guy playing Juzo just didn't know how to get into that because it was his first year. So I'm just, hey Morocco, can you come over here and show him how to be a super creepy, psychotic, sadistic lunatic? All right, bye guys. I'm gonna walk over here now.
You learn from the master.
If you would do me the honor,
Flashbacks, flashbacks, flashbacks.
Yeah.
She cringes every time I play that song now.
I start laugh crying.
I've got a couple of songs at this point that we hear it and we just automatically know.
Jacob, I believe it was Arthur A. Angel is the guy you're talking about.
Yeah, that's from the anime A Blue Exorcist, which I actually have seen the first series. I haven't seen the Kyoto arc yet, though.
Best is when you
Go.
come across your fight music, and then your heart just starts speeding up. You're like, oh god.
Yep. Yeah, my little bit of hype.
And I was like, oh crap. Oh yeah.
Fun story, I had kidney stones the entirety of Metrocon.
Oh no!
I was
use it
dying.
to fuel your rage.
I'm seeing your post, you're like, hey guys, I'm dying. We're like, it's Thursday. Are you gonna be okay?
Yeah, guys, I'll be fine.
But I'll still be there. Oh, okay.
It's not a daily post these days.
Yeah, it's like dying. It's like, are you dying for real, play? Shit, for real, treat like a trooper.
Big shout out to Liz Martinez for making my costume. Holy shit.
Very holy shit.
Another one of my favorite transitions on stage coming up here. This is really cool.
Yes.
The neck breaks.
Any sword.
That's where you won the hearts of many women that day.
Yes, my child, rise!
So many people ask me to step on them. I don't know why.
I think that might have been just Emily.
Oh, it's so creepy.
I see someone has joined us here in the call. Who's joining us right now?
It's me, Danny, again. I joined from my phone.
Ah, okay, just checking.
So, yeah. Does the audio sound better now?
Sound great.
Sounds pretty good to me.
Cool.
Though,
Yeah,
interesting
you, like,
username.
Yeah, were you playing on your TV or something?
No, I was on my computer, but I was on like the web thing because I clicked the link instead of going onto Discord itself.
Gotcha. Yeah, like I can't see the video right now because I'm being done off my phone right now.
Understandable. Yeah, we're right now up to Sierra's fight, Lady Maria versus Sotomato.
Ah, yes.
I love it. Ramaru.
Actually, like, props off to song selection at the transition too. Everything kind of worked in sync with the music, and I'm definitely a big fan of that. So,
I really love the whole sword break thing you guys did.
I'm glad.
I didn't even know that happened.
Like, the first time I saw it, I thought the thing had actually broken.
Ah.
Same.
Oh, the shot, so cool. Ah.
Wait, did I? Wait. Yes, I did. I dabbed.
I hate you.
Oh, I see it too. Now I hate.
Wait a minute, you fucking dab?
The best part is the only two people saw it, Matt and Danny.
You have nothing to say.
God.
Oh no, I saw it.
Matt immediately said that she just dabbed in the most confused voice. I almost lost it.
It's Jessica Slevins asking for a chat link.
Oh, okay. Here, Jessica, let me get on Facebook. I'll send you a link through Facebook. Oh, and here comes this fight.
Oh, no.
No.
I still can't believe we did this.
I can.
Have we gotten to the Shout Tucker one?
Nope.
No,
Villager.
we're getting up to the villager.
Oh, even better.
Best fight.
Bees and trees, indeed.
Oh yeah, bees and trees. Oh, look at Crunch Crunch in the background. Oh, I didn't even notice.
Another song that permanently has a spot.
It's great because Danny sent me a Snapchat of him listening to the song and telling me like how he had some serious PTSD from this.
I think a couple of us do probably.
And the chat is in disbelief. The villager? Oh, you guys obviously don't know about the villager meme that was floating around. It's based on that, and you're going to see how ruthless this villager can be. Miranda, holy crap.
Miranda put a fucking thing on Danny. Danny did fucking awesome anyways. But, like,
Yeah, another amazing first year.
First year in chess, I'd say, but like, it was fucking awesome. did a fucking remarkable
Yeah, all of our first years are badasses.
Hell yeah.
Also, I believe Jessica has now joined us here in the chat.
Queen.
Hello.
Hey! Welcome to the fun.
I like just threw the tree at him. It was great.
The fight was pretty fucking amazing.
Birds
Yeah,
we all had to give them when they were practicing. Because there were just things flying everywhere. Toys that she'd hand to Miranda.
Queen? Hello. Ah, crap.
Don't worry, we can hear you, Jess.
Oh, you can? Okay,
Yes.
cool. Okay.
We can hear you loud and clear, don't worry.
I was like, oh.
You're perfect, just like in real life.
Oh my god.
So my favorite story was when they were running their fight to the music the first time, and they didn't even have a song picked, and I don't remember how or why, but this song started playing, and they were just going along with it, and everyone stopped practicing, and all started watching and just laughing their asses off every time they did something because it matched to the music. And we're like, this has to be the song. That's what you're fighting to now. You have no choice.
Nick, wasn't that your doing?
For people actually watching it, I thought it was just like, you know, Nick and Liz that were watching. And
Oh,
all of
you
a
missed the
sudden-
hand kiss.
Oh, there.
I recognize that crowbar.
Same.
Now Villager with the sledgehammer going Triple H up on this bitch.
Yeah, so Sky and I were just BSing, listening to music during rehearsal, and Nick kind of turned to us and went, hey, can you turn that up a little bit? And I went, no, there's no way in hell we're going to do that. No way. And it just kind of worked.
It was too perfect.
Oh, hey, this is right around where my glove and shoe broke.
Oh.
Oh no!
Bees!
No, not the bees! They're in my eyes!
Flying in the background.
That disarm, though.
I'm not even going to comment about what Miranda is doing right now with that chicken.
You know, in the previous runs that we actually did that, when Miranda ended up hitting Dan with the chicken, usually the head would always come off.
Yeah.
I put like one of the throwing knives just in the head of the chicken on the inside, and I was like, hey Miranda, use this. She goes, okay, and the head comes off. She's like, what?
I'm sad that the head didn't come off when she was beating me with it this time, because it did several times during practice, and I think it might have on the Saturday run.
So much more messed up.
And I can't even begin to.
And the blackout was just perfect.
There are some things
It happens on occasion.
Not Saturdays, though.
It was for a selfie. Hard not to laugh backstage.
Oh, that was a brilliant fight. And of course, if you look onto the stage, you see that the villager now has blood on their face. Ooh.
And shirt.
Yep. Sure. A little hard to see because it's a red shirt, so.
Red shirt.
village is the only character to wear a red shirt and not die.
Oh, that was weird.
Derek, your voice came in super distorted. I think you might be lagging.
It's like a demon.
Is that better?
Yes.
Sounded like some system shock.
So Jesus got so good swinging
Oh my
those
gosh.
freaking cloth around.
So good.
How they actually became functional and they would just accidentally wrap. Lock.
I feel like we should tell everyone that he started out with just a polypropylene weapon, wrapped in a cloth.
Yep.
We're like, what?
Oh,
What
yeah,
are you doing?
Another knife.
Wings and dodges were just awesome between them.
Yeah.
It's almost like a rope dart.
I mean, essentially, I feel like if you treat it like a rope dart or a hammer, you're gonna have the same effects, which is what made Zeus's fight fucking awesome. Just its ability to work with that.
The hammers. Two.
And he gets stabbed in the eyes.
He just didn't see it coming.
Boo! I'm leaving the chat. I'm done.
Oh, I didn't realize he pushed it into his head.
Oh yeah, do the old slappy tap.
Comes off his kunai.
Nope. Rocco's, I think we heard you there for a second. You there?
How about now?
Hey, we have a Morocco.
Finally.
I had to put on my phone.
Grandma, what the fuck is that entrance music?
Yeah, like, what are you, like, fucking introduction to
Morocco!
Not like I'm hearing fucking...
Have entrance music, okay?
Oh, it's great.
Hello?
We hear you.
Hello.
Ah, yes, the testosterone fest.
Look, their sword work is so good. I don't care. I love them. They can take me in a manly fashion.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
One of them took me in a manly fashion.
This is probably my favorite fight, honestly. Because it just scared the crap out of me.
I just love how much Rick has gotten so freaking great in stage
I
comp.
just like Rick is a pretty boy.
Oh yeah, Rick is kicking ass. You should have seen him at the LARP event. He was awesome.
I like how they always practice.
I loved it. So good.
A sword was sacrificed to make this fight?
That was that tech, wasn't it?
Was
it wasn't even during tech.
Yeah, it was that Sunday morning. They were just kind of running through it, and then they come out. They're like,
Well,
Ed had two
I'm just
swords.
glad it didn't happen on stage.
It would have been terrifying and cool.
I'm back. My router shut off.
Ah, that's what happened. Well, hey, glad to have you back.
We missed you, buddy. Sent the Claymore off to
Welcome
BKS.
back.
The old cling clang.
The old clang clang clang.
That's
and the
clang
music
clang.
was awesome with it. Oh.
I don't know if it got mentioned. We were talking about the Claymore breaking, which was the original sword that Rick was using. What they did to fix it was Rick is actually fighting with Geralt's against the silver sword, where originally it was this other sword, the Vikaz Claymore sword. So they had to kind of tweak everything last minute.
It's the only sword that would have withstood that.
I've learned from my mistakes. Retake the board. Take the board.
needed another sword.
Look, you can never have enough swords.
No.
And getting all up in everyone's
Don't
face.
take care of him anymore.
So this next fight was one of my favorites, obviously.
Matt.
Such a jerk.
Vader, you're about to get your wish.
Oh, I love this. This is so good. It's
love
so
this
messed up. Let's just be like, oh no. It was brilliant.
Oh, Joe.
For one last time, Shiro formed the head.
Oh!
Okay.
Oh gosh.
Damn it.
Thank you for that.
Somebody had to make the joke.
DL Bot for an explanation. Shao Tucker is indeed from Full Metal Alchemist. He's known as the Sewing Light Alchemist. He created a chimera from parts of all the other fighters we saw him drag away earlier.
He's very picky.
Yeah, he yelled at me.
The guy playing the Chimera is Joseph, who's the same guy who played Kung Lao earlier.
Joe also says that this fight the floor hurt him more than actually fighting. He had to go to a chiropractor because he kept on dropping to the ground.
Ah.
A lot of heavy falls.
He got
I
tossed a
didn't
lot.
see Ed headbanging in the background.
I just noticed that.
Bang alike. X.
Got to give it up for Matt, man, because he just freaking played the psychoticness of Shao Tucker way more than the character actually was of the show.
I think he went for an alternate reality, Shao Tucker, where he hadn't killed his daughter yet, and that he had gotten the Philosopher's Stone.
Yeah.
He's channeling that inner Vlad Russo. Does it so well.
Vlad Russo.
I walked by them when they were practicing one time, and Matt was walking around putting down the papers, and he goes, okay, and here I'm bantering, and I'm saying something kind of cool, and that'll eventually be my downfall.
So I didn't get to see a lot of the fights in their entirety until we had dress rehearsal, just because of Star Party and whatnot. And it seemed like the paper that Matt was putting down, I was just like, oh, fuck, so good. I mean, that was pretty much that with like every other fight that I hadn't seen. But there's a lot of good shit this year.
The realization moment of, oh, shit's about to go down.
At that moment, he knew he fucked up.
It was at that moment he knew he fucked up.
Rule number one, don't monologue.
And no case.
Okay. And I will attest to the fact that no capes.
No capes.
Yeah, that messed me up last year.
Every time I did a back roll, I was like, oh, I can't see for 2 minutes.
I believe at some point Matt messed up his shoulder doing that throw at some point during practice.
Yep, about 2 weeks before the show.
The one roll he does, he gets hurt.
background trying to get the axe off.
Actually, it's pronounced Geralt. Well, take it.
Everyone looks away.
Retake the board.
They're like, nah, dude, you're too much for us.
Even the villager doesn't want to associate with Shell Tucker.
Well, he does have a thing for kids, and I don't think the villager wants to deal with that.
Hero. Remember Lisa. Take Jowie. Clear the board. Clear the board.
And of course, some Ruby Love, because we gotta have some Ruby Love.
The characters nicely, though. I don't know what people are expecting.
Literally every fucking band with theme song starts up. That's fucking shit.
I love Pyrrha's shield at the end of each show. Just had a bunch of slashes and color markings on it.
These weapons go through so much damn abuse. I still remember a few years ago, I think it was 2014, when I think it was RJ had his shield just completely trashed by the end of one of his shows.
Oh, cool!
Oh, that's the fix.
Because it was white.
Oh, did y'all mention the thing with Fed Store?
Yes.
Yes.
What's funny is I think that big chunk of wood you see missing is from me.
Yeah, I really wasn't worried about the shield getting too dinged up because she was fighting the staff, but how much Morocco was going to destroy it in the melee.
I helped.
Well, the funny part, Nick,
Lady
is
Maria
that
helped.
most of the damage on the end is from her.
Tipped arrows. I am not liable.
Before dress rehearsal, I had to epoxy in a whole new inner edge. Nice big strip of armor-grade leather on it. So
Casey
survived the rest of the
Fierce.
show.
That
I'm
was
pretty sure
pretty
that piece
destroyed.
fell off.
There was talk earlier of cool irony.
That's favorite part.
Saber, my queen. Take hold.
Ire Casey had in the Sunday show. She was just challenging everyone.
And she goes straight from her fight to melee. God, rest in peace. She's so incredible.
Oh.
And here we go. Free for all!
I've had enough of these games.
Wow, thanks, guys. Important. The day that one of my 3 arrows got Matt right in the dick.
What?
That was the day. Because everyone kept telling me to shoot him.
I loved
That's
it when I
true,
got him
we
in the
did.
face.
There was a lot of arrow on crotch action. Joe?
Yeah, like when I tried shooting the arrow for the first time at Krinsky.
Hey, I never shot Krinsky in the dick. I shot Ed in the throat.
I think this joke needs to be said at this point.
And also fight. Stay away from Ed, but no.
I think this joke needs to be said at this point. Shot me in the dick. Why? Why do they keep shooting me in the dick?
Yeah, Krinsky got
Well, Sarah, what about Krinsky's eyebrow?
down
I thought
though,
it was his glass.
favorite shot hands down was shooting Entiance in the butt.
I saw that. It was funny.
That was one of my favorite parts. Yes. Dagger.
Sierra's just killing everybody.
Yep.
I wanted to die first, okay?
I've taught her well.
You tried so hard.
Hey Lex, do you remember the name of the song we used for the melee?
Oculus X Inferni by Symphony X.
Yeah, we stole Morocco's original fight song.
Face. And then everyone cries.
Now we've come full circle.
What am I doing wrong?
Deja vu?
Pretty much.
I've been on this road before.
I have the strangest feeling of Dijon mustard.
I believe that is a taste, sir.
That's the joke!
I'm going after that bastard. And I'm going to get him exactly what he wants.
Subaru, wait!
And now for something I don't think we've ever seen in an actual chess match. What it looks like going through the Nexus portal.
Haven't you had enough death for one day?
Not yet. I just need one more.
You can't kill people like that. No one can.
I guess I'll have to die
King.
Ah, yes, move in that chair.
GG, no re.
I wanted Schnack to just walk up and be like, Dracula, I've come to bargain, just every round.
Every single time.
We wanted to so many times, but then they ironically started doing it in the audience, and it was so hard not to laugh.
I came up with this whole ending sequence at the cast party last year, and then I went and saw Doctor Strange when it came out. I was so mad because they just stole our ending.
Ever not be relevant.
That's what seems to be happening a lot.
Disney and their plagiarizing ice cream trucks. Oh, ice cream trucks have microphones on them and they drive around neighborhoods listening for all of your ideas so Disney can make movies out of them.
That explains so much! Damn it!
Sounds about right.
Death. It's like kicking a puppy, killing Schnack. It's so sad.
And yes, Becky, I did fix it in post. I added those little the little morph transitions so every time Subaru resets.
Fast resetting for you, Shades.
Jacob, you must not watch much anime if you don't know about this. This is from Raise Zero, where that's kind of the point.
To be fair, I never saw it.
I haven't seen it either, but I know of it. I know the premise.
There was
Like, the only thing I know about ReZero is that one video that has, like, the Sunny from Philadelphia thing. That's the only thing of reference I have.
So how long is, like, Raise out of curiosity? And no one knows, so that completely tells me.
The series has lots of waifus. That's all I care about.
Yes, all the waifus.
And a lot of very gruesome deaths because of that fact that he can reset, so expect it to be a bloody time.
Reminds me of Top 3 Deadly Tomorrow.
Well, that one actually is based off a manga.
Yeah.
The anime first premiered last year.
By the way, Sierra Slick Rick is asking, what's the inappropriate name for this fight?
You don't want to know.
But Dracula does.
They had a couple sparks during this fight, didn't they?
Yeah, there's a couple in there I just saw.
Awesome.
So one thing I liked about this fight was how every time we died, the call music would start for cast.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Forgot about this. So, off on the Ed, myself, Tyler, and Sierra were all laying down to, not be seen. All four of us fell asleep.
What? That honestly sounds like...
It was so nice. Like the cool concrete was just beautiful.
Oh, yeah. Sound effects woke me up, and I poked Tyler. I was like, Tyler, I fell asleep. He goes, me too. And I was like, oh. Yeah.
At least it wasn't Saturday. As soon as chess match finished, I'm down fucking Starboard instead of absolute pain in the ass.
Oh yeah. Candelabra.
Jacob, I'm just messing with you, dude. Don't worry, man. I wasn't being serious, but yeah, that's... There's a lot in anime to keep up with. I'm just saying, that's the one you missed here, because that's what this is all about. But now you gotta wonder, how many times did he actually die before we got to this scene? Because I'm sure there's a few deaths we missed.
10 times.
Yeah, Schnack made it a goal to die more than the amount of times that I died as Booker DeWitt back in 2014. And he pretty much took the title for that. Absolutely fucking insane.
Yeah, Matt pretty much went, hey Angel, how many times has Morocco killed you so far? It's like, well, about 5. He said, screw it, we're gonna double that.
Nah, he made the title and he won that. And, props to him because the amount of times just going back and repeating phrases and adding more ones and just going over, he was dead. He was pretty much dead.
Also, whose idea was it to put the Legend of Zelda item get sound effect there when he got the vampire killer?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Sure.
Yeah.
So thank you, whoever put it in.
Heroes never die.
Corvo, my man. I stabbed you. I'm sorry.
That's great, Sierra. I love it.
Am I invited back next year?
She said the thing.
Jeez, what did she do?
I couldn't say it out loud.
Jacob, Mercy used her powers to resurrect everybody. So that's kind of what she does. She's a healer from Overwatch.
Saber, step out of it. Saber is fighting. He's fighting Dracula by himself.
Like a cat.
Saber, we need you.
Meow.
We need our once and future king.
I just realized. It's really hard to look intimidating when Ed has at least 6 inches above me. Really as intimidating as
Just
Ed.
stare him down like I did.
Alright,
I'm gonna throw in a giggity there.
Remember, you're always a queen.
Aww. Use it as, like, you know, an excuse for more power?
Exactly.
Limited power.
Go Saber.
Oh god!
Which Saber? You guess.
Okay, that's just...
Which Saber? Good question. The answer is yes.
God, Slavin, you were so
Both
hot in this.
crouched at the same time. It was cool.
Oh yeah, because I didn't have my mic on.
Those skirts.
All the floof.
I think I was backstage watching next to, like, Corey, and you're just, like, the times where you're just bantering and yelling at her face, or backstage was like, Jesus, the intensity. That's awesome.
Yeah. I had to, because I had to reject for this one, because my mic was, something would happen with it, so it wasn't on during my fight.
This is one of those cases where it was a good thing I was right there with the camera, so you could actually hear. We could actually hear you there.
Age.
We got our mic on later, though, right, guys?
Yeah, Culver told me I had the crazy eyes too during that time.
Yeah, absolutely stuck.
I was like, oh no, I'm just fighting like an angry person. Kind of trying to mess up lines because
Insane, crazy eyes.
Amazing. Insane.
And the pause that happens here wasn't planned at all.
What was it supposed to be?
When the music stops.
Oh.
My part here is done, and you have work to do.
Go to Sasuke!
Loud screaming.
Background looked awesome.
Did someone
Thanks,
yell
Terry.
Sasuke?
Yeah, that was Marvel.
Of course.
He mistook me. He mistook Hitachi for Sasuke.
Good.
Him.
I love Sasuke's brother.
Marvel, if you're listening, you just got called out now, buddy.
For this cockfight? Sorry.
Invisible.
2 girls, 1 saber. I love it. We need shirts.
We need shirts.
Lex, did you just put in the Darth Sidious GIF meme? So like I was so busy in the tech booth that I didn't watch those videos, so I have no idea what was in them until now.
Yeah, if you looked over on the left, one of the 3 portals that popped up was John Cena.
Of course it was.
I guess you just couldn't see it.
It's dead may never die.
Oh yeah, there's Easter eggs all over those things. You'll have to watch them 3 times.
It's over. He even killed all those people. He has to pay. Fine, Mercy, state them. There's no one to avenge. No one to avenge. I took down the innocents in Martha. Avenge them. Kill me and the rest. No, Gabriel. Subaru, stop. We have all been manipulated into this conflict. Killing him now will no longer be justice, but vengeance. And revenge is not the path of a true hero. As much as you desire your true death, the eternal peace, you have a greater purpose you have yet to fulfill. You were once a great warrior of light, Gabriel, but you fell. It's time to rise back up. The only one who can grant you redemption is yourself. Find your faith.
So quiet.
We're just enjoying
So
this
intense.
moment. And of course, that scene with the chair. I mean, I can see how it was done, but it still looked badass when you pulled it off.
Oh, my magic chairlift?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're like, there's no reason that Dracula would go pick up his own damn chair. There's got to be another way.
Yeah, for one of the most badass characters to have to pick up his own goddamn chair. Something says like embarrassing.
It's down, and like his whole castle is trashed, and he's just grumpy again. Broken.
No, just
Thanks for noticing me.
I kind of wish we could have just like written Belmont was here underneath the chair.
By the way, people were asking where Shang Tsung was. Here he is.
I think this was another of my oh shit moments. Surprise.
So in the filming of this, I think Levi actually accidentally stabbed Taylor a little bit because she got a hole in her morph suit.
Oh no.
Here's her a little bitey.
And here's the one moment in my fit recording of this that my camera finally decided to fall over. Right at the end. I was like, I had a perfect run up until that moment.
beginning or
It was just too much to handle.
Yes.
Love it.
Look at those awesome stage hands.
Yeah. They're awesome, badass.
you
And
mean
look at
roadies.
Kim with their awesome swords. Oh.
Indeed.
All of us had to take our glasses off before we headbanged.
I miss everyone.
Right?
No tears.
Yep.
Well, I missed most of you.
Wow.
Wow.
Dang.
Wow.
Wow.
Joker least of all.
wow, that de-escalated quickly.
Sleeping bag, yes.
When he falls over and he was left on stage, that happened during dress rehearsal. And he's like, wait, come back and get me, get me!
Decky's like, I never got to see what people do.
Yeah. You're so proud of that.
Heavy ass weapons.
And I'm cut off. I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, actually, I think I know what happened. I may go back and re-render the chess match video because I think what happened was the video got zoomed in a little bit when I did some changes, so I'm gonna have to go back and fix that.
Just Emu and Dan in the middle. Creepy.
Also, what happened to Lilia? She didn't come up on stage.
She had to go to a show.
RCC.
Ah,
Yeah.
that's right.
RCC.
Yeah. I made sure to fit her in the credits, though, because I could tell where she was supposed to be.
She had to go get her
Two,
ball
I
cap
think.
on.
Unless she's up there.
Lily had to run off to go get her bald cap on for RCC. She had makeup to do.
Lily,
Simple
Lily
explanation,
did
she's
so
ours.
much this year.
Also, you guys gave Jed the mic again. Why did you do that for the ending?
Why not?
I don't think we planned that. I think he just did that.
That was solidly one of those, hey, turn the mic on, turn the mic on, turn the mic on things.
Sunday fun day.
Didn't he go up in front of the stage, like, and start working on the speakers before the show started?
So yeah, actually, I didn't know he was doing that, and I was sitting in the tech booth, and we were about ready to open, or we'd opened the doors, we were about ready to start the show, and I saw somebody on the stage messing with a bunch of stuff. I'm like, who the hell is that? What are they doing? Get them off the stage. We need to start the show. And finally, I think Nick was backstage, and he told me, no, Jed's just out there doing his thing. I'm like, oh, that's a really great idea. I really wish I had known that before I started freaking out.
Yeah. Yeah, Jed asked me if he could do it, and I was doing a million things. Oh yeah, that sounds cool. Go ahead. Totally forgot about it, and then I hear them coming over the microphone saying, "Hey guys, there's a dude on stage. What's he doing?" No, that's Jed. He's okay. Let him just open the doors. We're fine.
Oh,
Yeah, I remember that. You came up to me and like, who the hell is talking on stage? I'm like, I think it's Jed.
Anyway, that is the 2017 Anime Human Combat Chess Match. Folks in the chat, what'd you guys think? I already saw some comments of best show ever, so I think we have a winner here, folks.
When does season 2 come out?
It's going to go the old Firefly route.
Sure, we're well past season 2.
Yeah, pretty sure we're pretty almost through season 4 at this point.
Technically, this
Oh,
was
there's a
season
medal
4.
in 2007.
Oh man. But yeah, this was definitely a really good year. I loved the action. I loved the story that you guys built up, and that ending. Damn, that was intense.
Just like to crush on everyone's dreams of waifus.
Also, Anime Hero Full, I think, is trying to predict what your guys' next hop plan is going to be for next year.
Season 2, my god.
Yeah, he's saying, will 2018 be the final arc of Shang Tsung, and will all the souls he captured be free when he dies?
I could be right. Then again, he could be wrong.
Yeah, maybe evil wins. Why not?
He'll have to come to
Or
the
to
show
steal
next year to
Shang
find
Tsung.
out.
Shang Tsung's soul. Happen.
No. Yeah, I can tell you this. These guys won't spoil shit. They won't even tell me anything, and I'm, like, in with these guys. That should tell you they're keeping secrets.
No secret for you.
Nah, man, we want you to be just as surprised as everybody else.
I know. The problem is it's always very hard for me to contain my reactions when I'm trying to film the damn thing. Oh.
Okay, you got Marvel to do that.
Yeah, I know, right? He was right behind me the whole time shouting. There was at least a couple times I wanted to look back and I'm like, would you be quiet? I had that happen at Fire Show where someone was getting really loud. I had to tell them to calm down. And I hate doing that too because I want them to enjoy the show too, but it's like I'm trying to film this.
Can I get a phase? Yeah, that's funny.
Fies, yeah, that's a Toku reference because we've got a lot of Toku fans in the chat. Character called Kamen Rider Fies. It's just 555 is his name.
So, character list when for next year? That's a question.
It's already done. We did it, last weekend.
Is it already up?
Nope.
It's not up yet.
Yeah, so I think that's the question. When is the
right now we're in the process of collecting up all the different character lists for the different shows. It changes over for the new year, and pre-reg is when all that stuff starts going up. So should be before the end of the year. You should start seeing pages pop up and audition dates and all that.
Oh, indeed. Actually, little funny thing, Nick. You're gonna like this. When I went to go get the character list to make sure I knew who all the characters were, when I went and pulled it up on the Metrocon website, of course, it's got the coming soon page up. I found a way around that and actually found my way back to the page for this year's chess match.
Yeah.
Because if you literally just take out the coming soon in the URL, it'll take you to this year's chess match page.
Well, I don't really think that's going to cause any problems.
No, it ended up doing me a favor because that means I could pull up all the info I needed for it. So yeah, please don't fix that. Please.
Yeah, that's some Russian level hacking there.
I think he'd be more worried if I could find access to next year's chess match on there, even though he hasn't posted it yet.
Yeah, that would be more of an issue.
Nah, I wouldn't even try for that. I like you guys too much to mess with you like that.
That sounds like something someone would say if they wanted to mess with us.
No. Zeltrax did have a question earlier. Does anyone have first cosplay jitters from time to time? Like when they first do a cosplay?
All the time?
Every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
I didn't think my top would stay on.
Yeah, I know I do every day. Every time before we get on stage, I'm just sitting there trying to psych myself up and get ready for it.
I know I get nervous every time, and so I get someone to punch me in the stomach. It works.
I was just nervous about the spikes. I was like, ah.
Legitimate, terrifying spikes.
They were awesome.
I don't know anything about being nervous or having anxiety. What is that?
I'm sensing denial over there.
I get it.
Yeah, but yeah, I think anyone who does it, because you don't know how people are gonna react. You don't know if it's gonna look right. You know, there's always gonna be jitters with that. So he's saying that because he's gonna be doing some cosplay at an upcoming convention himself. That me and my crew are also going to. So he's just kind of worried how it's gonna turn out.
Practice your facial expressions in the mirror and talk to yourself as your character in your car.
Yes, that
probably
is the best thing
provides
ever.
a really awesome kind of headspace to a little bit better.
Yeah,
and you're all by yourself, so you can do whatever you want.
Yeah,
I'll be honest. I do that kind of shit all the time myself. So yeah, trust me. You know, and even if anyone sees you, who the fuck are they to care? You know.
Exactly.
Elsie says she
I
had
just
a
go more
problem.
extreme then.
Her only issue was keeping the costume on.
Not as trapped in.
Isn't that like everyone's problem? Like it can't just be on the girl's side.
No, I'm sure there's a couple male costumes that when you look at it, like, how do they keep that thing on?
Wigs.
Yeah, wigs are always the problem with
that I
either
used
side.
for my fight last year, and then the kimono, well, the thing I wore this year kept slipping all the time.
Also, Joey Mendoza in the chat is saying he wants to see some either Persona 5 or Danganronpa V3 next year. He's already got ideas of what he wants to suggest. I think he's been bugging us about that the entire show.
There's a lot of questions. There was one further up that asked what character we'd want to see in next year's chess.
Well, hope it's the ones that are on the list.
Oh, because you already made it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, my vote was just going to be Gur from Invader Sim, but I don't think that qualifies.
We did have.
I think that was the popular vote. Yeah.
Oh, dude, I call it.
Dude, if that actually happened, my
Gonna
wife
kick it
would
in
probably
me.
squeal like crazy. She's a big Gur fan.
Do me and just eat cupcakes all day, just on stage.
Have a little box that says.
I mean, they have one of the
right there.
easiest costumes, and probably the most comfiest one too.
Or did I just make it a puppet?
Yeah.
Someone's calling me out for the last minute build for the breastplate. That was 3 all-nighters in a row, falling off mostly during dress rehearsal, and I had to wear a bra underneath, and then using glue that wouldn't come off on my skin.
Ow.
It was fun.
It seems like every year you find a way to hurt yourself in there, because last year was you punching the floor, and now this year you had to put.
That was a moment of pride. Nothing broke.
I know, I'm proud of her.
So, last year I broke my foot. Not fighting related. This year, I sort of kind of broke something, but it didn't really have an effect. Twisted my knee, but hey, it's just a tradition. It's a fun tradition.
For what it's worth, I thought you looked fantastic, Sarah.
Yeah, you rocked that. You rocked that freaking Sylvanas Runrunner costume.
It was a terrifying realization how inappropriate of a tool a bow and arrow is in close combat. If you're nervous, you can't knock an arrow quickly.
That's why you get a negative for when you're using it close range in D&D.
What kind of elf are you?
Okay, Dealbot's actually got a better question that he's trying to come up with. Are there any ideas for chess match themes or what basically would be con themes, because usually it's based on whatever the con theme is. Is there any con themes that you've been knocking around?
I have a list I keep on my phone that I have had for years, and any theme that gets suggested to me that's even mildly okay, or any dumb idea I think of, I write down, because that's really the hardest part, is coming up with a theme every year. Some really weird ones from over the years that were kind of just jokes, but I wrote them down anyway. We did come up with a really fun one this year while we were putting the character list together. Kind of a joke, but I really like it, so I might actually try and push for it.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
And the only thing I could think of for one is the like a pure blood versus common born one.
Odd.
Since there's like so many, how many anime characters
versus nobles?
Yeah, something like that. Because how many anime characters are like, oh, I'm from this family or this and this, so whereas like the hero is actually the one from the regular village.
The trick to that, like peasants versus nobles, is that name of every medieval fair you've ever been to in your entire life.
Yeah.
True.
It's not a terrible idea.
I'm gonna be the village idiot.
They're always rough. Like we always have a general idea and we end up debating it. And I'm pretty sure even this year, like backstage getting ready for closing ceremonies, me and Alex were still debating back and forth on how we want to do this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't know going into the closing ceremonies. You guys were still talking about it.
The last few years, that's been the case. We'd have a general idea, but not like the actual wording of it. Like I remember old school versus new school. That was the case. Was we just didn't like those words. We liked the concept. Entire weekend asking everybody, all right, what's better ways to say old school versus new school? And we got a million suggestions, but nothing really sit well with us. So we ended up just sticking with it, which is usually what ends up happening. Is we second guess ourselves to death and end up going up with the original plan anyway.
Yeah. And of course, Slick Rick in the chat saying he was one of the ones that gave, like, at least mentioned the idea of this year's theme, Faithful versus Fallen.
I actually got Faithful versus Fallen from a guy from out of state who I believe had never actually been.
Yeah, that's Rick.
Never actually been to
That's Rick. He was from out of state, and he was first time at a con, and he came up to you at one point and mentioned it to you because he's bragging about it in the chat. He says he's got the email to
He
prove
shot
it.
an email with a bunch of ideas.
Yeah, he said he's got the email.
Ace.
So yeah, trust me, he kind of holds that one as a badge of honor.
Actually on the list.
When we print it out and frame it.
When we get the budget for it, we were tossing around mechs versus monsters. That would be really cool.
Ooh,
dude. Indoors.
I'll start building the Gundam.
Yeah, that'd be the tricky part though. Is like, you know, obviously you'd have to scale things up to make it look like it's all giant monsters and mechs on the board. But then you still have to worry about the suit designs. Good lord.
Well,
yeah, there's no way that we can pull that off live.
Yeah, unfortunately. But, you know, there's still a lot of other themes. Remind me again, what's next year's theme? Because I know you guys announced that.
Invaders versus Guardians?
Yes.
Yeah. Guardians versus Invaders.
Sweet.
That'll be interesting.
Is it the Galaxy versus Invaders Zim?
I'm just...
Sure.
Sorry, I'm just picturing like Baby Groot and Gur having like a patty cake fight. Yeah, slap off.
That'd be so cute.
Talk to Chris Fields over at the superhero show. Let him see if he can borrow his little Groot puppet that they used this year.
Like Ed to just be giant Groot and just step on Gur at the end of the show.
Would be the easiest script ever.
Shades, I don't know if you noticed, but the show restarted, so I don't know if it's still recording what we're doing right now.
Yeah, if the stream cuts out for a second and restarts, it like the archive will record it all in one video, so we'll be fine.
Gotcha.
Trust me, I've been using this stream enough to know exactly how it works, for good and for ill.
I'm gonna head to bed, you guys.
Yeah, it is getting late.
Rest well. Go to bed.
And this is probably I think this is like one of the largest calls we've gotten for this. So we got up to like 12, 13 people by the end. Jesus H. Christ. But any other behind-the-scenes stories you guys could share? Anything that's come up?
Nick, do you guys want me to tell that Rick story?
Yeah,
I
man,
think
go
that's
for
it. I think it's a yes.
I'm intensely curious now.
I think we all are.
Okay, so right before Dracula starts to lose it and give his big rally speech, there's a ton of really cool tech cues that we had programmed for the lights going dark and, you know, everything building up while he's giving that epic speech. The fight before that, or 2 fights before that, my lighting director, Rick, comes up to me and goes, "Hey, man, I really have to take a piss. Can I go? Like, do we have time to go?" And I'm like, "No, dude, you have no time to go. This is where it gets crazy. All the storyline stuff is happening. Like, I need you to hold it." So we move on. I think we're at like Noob Saibot, you know, so it gets a little crazy. And he comes up and he goes, "I got to go right now." So during that whole scene, and you actually, that was the Sunday, so you actually got that on record. During that whole scene where he's giving his big rally speech, and you know the saber stuff happens, it is literally me triggering cues with my arm over Kalen on the lighting board, with my hand on the master fader, just pulling it up and down to try and help. And then I think Seth at one point actually ended up pulling that fader up and down to kind of create a little bit more mood to make up for the cues that weren't being triggered because my lighting director had to take a piss.
Actually, I think wasn't it Constantine or whatever? I was backstage at that point.
Yeah, no, Costine was trying, but he didn't know the cues. He was our V2 for the day, our video assist. So he kind of jumped up there and was helping a little bit too. But I ended up just having to hold my hand over the fader and kind of fade the lights up and down and basically salvage whatever we could without a lighting director sitting there running the board.
Oh my God.
Didn't you say you'd give him a bottle next year and just write his name on it?
I am going to give him a bottle next year.
Yeah, didn't you say when he came back, he's like, "Hey guys, what did I miss?"
Fucking everything.
Oh, I would have just given him the sternest look like, "Really, dude?"
A box of Depends for the tech crew next year. I couldn't believe that happened. It's funny. It was funny at the time too, but.
Well, and the worst part is we were doing so well. The run was going so well. I mean, the cues were timing out great, and I mean, there was a little bit of a delay on occasion, but for the most part, it was just a really just solid run. And then that happened.
Stuff this year. The new screen in the back, the hole to enter second stage than we expected it to be. So it made entering and exiting from that space very difficult. But because of the nature of the show this year, the way we did it, no one really entered and exited from the gate because everyone was already there. Percy is the only character in the show who was actually written exit from the gate. And she couldn't fit with the links. So we ended up having to readjust all of her blocking on the fly as we were running the show on Saturday, with me backstage hurting her from one side of the stage to the other and moving people out of the way and helping her get upstage and putting chairs in the way so she could climb up. Fit up the stairs either because the stairs all have safety railings on them.
Poor Taylor. She must have been going through so much hell going through all that.
It's okay.
Awesome,
She was
though.
a trooper. I was stressed out of my head.
At least you got to feel important.
I always feel important.
That's the kind of confidence in your life.
Yeah, it's a really good thing that you weren't fighting this year, Nick. Otherwise, she wouldn't have gotten back there at all.
Would have just heard a
I would've been
scream and a
skydiving.
crash. I'm gonna throw in a simple fact for my backstage shenanigans was during the pre-show run through. It's very cold in there, and I had just come from being painted, and I only had time to just throw on a shirt. Yeah, that was my run through.
Cool story.
God damn it. God, I thought I was the pun master of these streams. Jesus, you guys are making me look bad. So, any final words you guys want to throw out there before we wrap this up for the night? Because, you know, this is the last show for the year.
There was one question about most unbalanced weapon during the show. Not sure what that means.
Probably something like Eddie Riggs' axe would probably be pretty unbalanced.
Oh, that had a weighted pummel on the back, so that actually made it pretty...
Yeah, fair point, fair point.
Throw out that giant cutlass that Lady Maria was probably the most unbalanced weapon. That thing was rough.
Oh, yeah. Just a small sword.
Yeah, weapons weren't too crazy this year.
Also,
just the paint jobs on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, my sword had a crazy paint job.
And DLBot throwing out the obvious one. And by the way, when you guys had Dracula on the throne, how much were any of you guys tempted to say, "Die, monster! You don't belong in this world"?
The fact that we used that 3 times in Metro Night Live, all I can think about is that.
It was great. I ate cereal.
I remember that, yeah. Oh, that was funny. And of course, you know, they did have, you know, Morocco did get a chance to go like, well, what is a man but a miserable little pile of secrets? And then the crowd popped for that.
Awesome.
Yeah, I chuckled a little bit when that guy's like, he said the thing!
I think that was Marvel. I think that was Marvel who said that. I don't know. I'll have to double check.
Yeah, that's always the hardest part when you play all the stoic characters and shit is not smiling and not laughing, especially when you're head mic, because then you're just screwed.
Oh my god.
Taylor was trying to break me the whole time, every show, and he had a mask on. That wasn't fair.
Like, being poked in the forehead, I was just like, I can't, I have to... That was really funny.
Wearing
staring
full
intently
mask
into
on
your
stage.
eyes.
No one cares what your facial expressions look like.
Yeah, kind of like you back in 2013 when Emu decided to tell Morocco that he was a bitch king instead of a lich.
That was the greatest thing ever. I was laughing so
I think I was the
hard,
only
but no one
person person
could
who
tell.
knew it. And then you could just see Nick's face through the mask with just his sheer body just going, holy shit.
Yep, thoughts from the tech booth were, did she really just say that?
Yeah, the funniest was she comes up to me that morning, she goes, hey, so I wanna do this rant and just be like, yeah, I wanna call you the bitch king. I was like, yeah, do it. It'll be great. And then she did it. I'm like, you bitch. I couldn't stop laughing because I'm staring at the audience and she just has the biggest shit-eating grin on her face, and I'm just like, damn.
Oh, that is beautiful. Now I have to go back and watch that and just see the reaction. That's beautiful.
Moments like that just make it worth it.
Yeah.
Rick wants to know what our favorite fights are this year outside of our own.
Geralt and Kratos.
That was such a good one.
To me.
I think my favorite fight was the Eddie Riggs fight. It was just so much fun.
My favorite has to be Jin and Kung Lao.
Probably
Either-
Jin and Kung Lao.
Either Jin Kung Lao or Jin versus Eraserhead.
Mm.
Geralt, honestly, was my favorite.
Yeah, those are really good.
Morocco in the chat saying Saber versus Saber.
Yeah, that was pretty epic too.
Thank you.
Yeah, you guys kicked ass this year. It was great to watch.
Well, thank you for making all the armor.
Hey, I just made it. You did all the paint and stuff.
Team effort.
Team effort.
Yeah, watching Morocco brutalize Matt Schnack over and over and over again in the finale was really fun too.
Oh God, yeah.
It's the little things.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I was like, let's see how high we can get him up in the air. And at first it started off real low, but by the end of it, like, I just had full arm extension and just chucked him as far as I could.
Look, it's all
That was awesome.
it's all fun and games until there's an army of zombie Schnacks.
No God.
God.
Oh no, that's the best thing.
They probably just make all the puns and we wouldn't.
The insanity. Good God.
Attendance would be a nightmare.
Oh Jesus, yeah. Trust me, folks. I follow Schnack on Facebook. You don't want to know how bad this would be.
You mispronounced great.
Oh man. Oh, Rick, again, the BDSM pleasure of Dracula. Wow.
Oh wow, we have reached that point in the discussion.
And we thought we were being subtle.
Yeah, kind of subtle as a sledgehammer.
Apparently BDSM got brought up.
Oh, great.
I'm just surprised it took this long.
No, he brought it up earlier during that fight scene. He brought this up before.
Was it because of the whip? Probably was because of the whip.
Probably.
Codename that fight Harder Daddy.
Jesus.
Gonna make poor girl choke over here. Oh man. I think that's about as good a spot as any to end it on. I can't think we could top that.
Let's end it on Harder Daddy.
I mean, that's one way to finish.
Hey-oh! Racing boom and both berries out.
Damn.
And now you all get a taste of what it's like to work with these people every year.
What do you mean, these people?
You people.
What do you mean, you people?
Yeah, imagine trying to deliver a
What
bunch
are
of
you
really
talking
important information.
Oh.
Very
Yeah,
perverted amateur kittens.
Yeah, but these guys work their asses off. I think they've earned a little bit of fun.
Yeah, hurting hard kitten.
Whatever, I got Saber and Saber action, so.
Yep, that was actually in the script. Hot saber on saber action.
Yeah, and next year or when auditions open up, I know some of you guys are saying you're interested in doing that. Definitely consider doing so. You know, you never know. You might be the next big awesome. You might be up here talking with us and having fun.
February.
It's
We're gonna get
February?
this worked out.
Is it February?
Mm.
Have you guys
Now I know
worked
when
out
to
a new
come down.
location for your auditions, considering your previous location is no longer around?
I think that this year our auditions are actually going to be back where they used to be, underneath the IMAX dome at Mosey. Yep.
Ah.
Ooh.
Wait, where's it at?
I believe our auditions are actually going to be under the IMAX dome at Mosey, where we used to have auditions and rehearse years
dope.
ago.
Just before my time.
They're doing auditions up the since because Mosey's going to be sorry, I'm talking. Sorry.
It's cool. Anyway, I think that's going to do it for us here tonight on Metrocon Live. I want to thank you guys for joining us as always. If any of you watching who are new to my streams, or if any of you in the call are interested in what we do here, let me go ahead and give you guys a quick peek of what we're doing this week over on my other channel, RVTV. Tomorrow, for you wrestling fans, we've got Rift Down with TWK and the crew, checking out the latest SmackDown and providing their own random commentary like they always do. And that'll be tomorrow at 8 p.m. Wednesday, for you tabletop fans, we have The Enemy Within. Myself, my wife, Lady K, our friends Matty J, Mike Shell, Biohybrid, and our DM, Mildra, playing more Warhammer online, Warhammer Fantasy. So there's some tabletop action happening Wednesday at 9. Thursday, it's the Ranger Recap. For you Power Rangers fans, we're checking out the latest episode of Power Rangers Ninja Steel. And, of course, reading your emails and comments, so check that out Thursday at 9. Friday, it's the WrestleCast. More wrestling fun with Matty J and TWK talking about the wrestling news of the week. And, of course, your emails and comments for that as well, Friday at 10. Saturday, it's the Helmsman with Tony Helms and the gang with more online games for you. He's trying to gather up some money for Jackbox Party Pack 4, so if you guys can chip in for that, it'd be fun. But otherwise, it'll be wild, it'll be crazy, it'll be nuts! So check that out Saturday at 5 over on his Twitch channel. Sunday, Tokurist Live. For you Kamen Rider and Sentai fans, we'll be checking out the latest episode of Kamen Rider Build, Uchu Sentai, Kyurenja, Amazons, and Dino Force Brave. And we'll be checking all those out, plus your Toku memes, Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern. And then finally, next month... Yeah. We do a lot on this channel. And of course, next Monday, I'll be back with the Shades Plays. I finally got to get back to my playthrough of Fallout 4. So we'll be continuing that next Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern, live right here on this channel, part of RVTV. In the meantime, if you guys enjoyed my work, all of my social media info is located in the description below, as well as my Patreon. If you guys would consider helping us out financially, even just $1 a month would be greatly appreciated to help keep these shows going and make them better than ever. So if that would be helpful, consider doing that today. If not, at the very least, follow me on Twitter, Facebook, all my social media location down below. In the meantime, I want to thank you guys for joining us as always. Big shout out to the cast of the Metrocon chess match. Give you guys a hand here for such an awesome group.
Woo.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Shades. That's a lot of fun, buddy.
Agreed. And on behalf of everybody here, I'm the Shades, and we'll see you guys next time. Rock on! Special thanks to Crimson for their Patreon donations. Donate to keep these streams going.